Hi everyone, very happy new year to all of you. On this auspicious occasion of new year to show all of you some cuisine. One question which I frequently get asked from people back home in India is, do you get authentic South Indian food? When I say South Indian food, not dosas and idlis and those kind of things, but what you call as a Sadya in UK. That's probably the first question even I had when I came to this country a few years back. Good news is the answer is yes. You do get authentic Sadya here on occasions like Vishu, which is today, and Onam, which usually falls in August or September. What I wanted to cover here today is some authentic Vishu Sadya, which we ordered from a restaurant in Manchester. Let's start unpacking what I've received from the restaurant. So this is the bag with all the contents of Vishu Sadhya, which the restaurant has kindly sent over. One thing before I even open this box. So today is Manchester Marathon Day. Most of the roads in Manchester are closed for conducting the marathon, and I must compliment Kuttanad Restaurant, which is based out of Gordon in Manchester, who went above and beyond and tried to deliver this to us. The person who did the delivery came from far away, walking here to this place where I stay, and delivered this to us. So full marks to them on commitment. Let me just unbox it now. Surprise, surprise! The first thing that I've got as a part of the Vishu Sadhya meal order is the humble banana leaf or plantain leaf. Yes, you do get the plantain leaf here in UK. So probably the best way to start off a Vishu Sadhya meal. So I'll just open the banana leaf. It's in a very good condition. Doesn't look to be any different from what we get back home. Clean the banana leaf, which is usually the ritual which is followed. So I'll just gently clean it so it doesn't tear apart anywhere. Alright, my banana leaf or plantain leaf is now cleaned up. Let me start picking out one item each from the box. This is our box here, and then show you what each of the boxes are. So this is the first item here. This is manga pachadi, made out of mango. This item here is the humble avial, which is made out of a combination of various vegetables. So you can get avial as well over here. The next item that I have got is sambar, which is again pretty standard in a meal. Cabbage poliyal or cabbage thoran, again pretty much standard. It's a cabbage vegetable. Beetroot pachadi, so that's over here. So this is puli inji, made out of tamarind, and again pretty much a favorite amongst all the South Indians. So puli inji over here. This is moru or normal buttermilk, again standard staple as a part of the sadhya. The next set of items is mango pickle, tamarind pickle, two forms of pickles. Well, the next is the humble rice with one big molaga inside it. So the rice seems to be not the normal rice, but the matta rice or the Kerala rice, which we usually have. And finally, to round it off, we have the two items from the fried family. One is the humble papadam, which all of us love to have. And the next one is a bit of banana chips and jaggery chips, if I may call it. So yeah, so that completely rounds off our entire Vishu Sadhya. So apparently there are 19 items on the leaf. That's quite huge considering where we are at the moment. Then the next step now is to unbox all of this and then start eating. Well, we have completed the Vishu Sadhya. Uh, Taste, as I said, was fabulous. 9 out of 10 marks for sure. Uh, Few things which I wanted to point out about the Sadhya served by Kuttanad restaurant, Gorton in Manchester. First thing is quality of the ingredients used, A class. Quantity. Many a times what happens is when you go to restaurants like this, you do pay a big price, but the quantity isn't sufficient. But the quantity that they served for a single meal would have sufficed for two people pretty easily. So the quantity was good. Third thing was the level of spice. So sambar, as an instance, the level of spice was pretty low, and it got us hooked to having it a bit more. But overall, I would say full value for money. Now, what price we paid for the Sadhya? Well, the total bill came out to be £32 for two Sadhyas. That also included a delivery charge of £3. So I would still call it pretty reasonable as per the UK standards, given the amount of items which we had, and this could have probably covered two meals. So essentially, 4 times we could have the meal. Again, as I said, the taste, quality of ingredients, all fantastic. If you want to find out more about the location of Kuttanad restaurant in Gorton, you can find it in my description below. But definitely a worth try as we move forward. Thank you so much. We'll probably start with the Father Praman, which also has. We need to first check this, and this seems to be a. Any guesses what this is?